Hey guys, we're in Rosewood, Stockton, Rothbury Avenue. Lived here for a few years. Lived halfway up the street. I'm not going to go where the people that live now. Lived up here, and my mate Mark from South Bank, his sister was got the babysitter, so she got the last to babysit the kids for her. And the lad who was with her was staying the night, and he burgled her house. So we went and got hold of him, grabbed him, Mark gave him a couple of black eyes because he gave his sister a couple of black eyes. So we kidnapped him, and we took him from there to up this way, further in the countryside, and threw him out the car and let him walk home. But he went to the police, and the police came here about 4 in the morning, maybe 2 or 3 in the morning I think it was. Mark had gone to Dormanstown, and he was with his girlfriend there, and they raided him and caught him. And they come here from my head, a dog called Ben. It was a big massive Rottweiler, 14.5 stone. And in the side of these houses, between the houses is like a little alleyway. So they haven't come knocked on the door, they've all stood out there now. Brian, this is the police, with a big speaker. So I've looked out the window, they couldn't see me on the top. I've gone down the stairs, got out the back door, let the dog out, and they've come through the alleyway. And the dog's back, so they've all run back round the front. They've shit themselves with the dog. So I went to get over the top fence. As I went to go over the fence, it started to rattle. I thought, I'm going to snap the fence. So I couldn't get anywhere. So I thought, so all I had to do was I had to lay down near the fence. So I laid down near the fence. They weren't armed responders, they were just normal police officers from here, but it was about 20 of them. They're out the front, they were out the back. Right the way around them, all cars were there. And there was about 10 of them in the middle of the road with the thing, all the neighbours' lights were on, all the windows were open. And I was on the back, so I was laid in the grass against the fence. And the cops were looking for me. There was only 2 around the back because the dog was gone back in the house. So they said, get the dog in the house, so they put the dog in the house. And then they were looking and said, I think he's got away. But I was on the floor. If they'd have walked 2 feet, they'd have tripped over me. So I was just lucky I was on the floor, and I was like opening mouth, so I couldn't breathe because you could hear me breathe. My dog could hear me breathing. Anyway, they went. So I went back in the house, went to bed, got up the next day, went to South Bank, grabbed over the lad and said, look, are you going to tell the truth that you were full of drugs, full of acid? We never kidnapped you, we give you a lift. And he said, yeah, of course I'll do that. He said, yeah, no problem, all that shit, right? So I said, well, I've got your number there, so I'll phone you. So it goes to Redcar to see Frankie, and as I got to Redcar, Birdsall Row, I went in there for about 2 hours. Anyway, when I come out, they were waiting for me in the place, seen the car. I had a Granada Scorpio, it was a maroon colour, and I taxed it off a lad from Darlington. And anyway, they nicked me, and they tried to do me for this kidnapping. So they took me, it was Shadford, there was a cop, big Shadford, big martial arts, big lad. They nicked us and took me to South Bank, because that's where he was from, the lad. So they had me in South Bank police station, they interviewed me. They said, oh, they're doing a Lionel Richie on the ceiling, you're getting 15 years this time, Brian. I went, oh, we'll see. I think I'm out of here in an hour, because I knew that lad was going to come in, you see. So the next minute, the police are rubbing their hands and they're all happy and messing about and that. So they've never even interviewed me. So can I make a phone call? So I phoned the lad, phoned his number. I said, can you sort that job out, mate? He come in, said, I wish to retract the statement. He said, I was on acid that night and Brian and Mark didn't kidnap me, they were helping me. I found out. He said, well, why have you took this long to come in? Because I've been on, the acid just took 2 days to get out of my system. Like for full day, you know, like last night to the next day. You come in there about 8 or 9 o'clock on the next day, and the cops come in. There's a problem, we need to see you. So he went out Shadford, out the back with the other police officers, and they come back and said, you can go. So you've set us up here, haven't you? I went, what are you on about? He said, the lads come in and dropped the charges. But there was no charges in the first place, I never kidnapped him. So Mark was in jail, it was like 3rd day by the time I went home and went to bed. It was 3 days he'd been in, so he just said, leave it. He got hold of us on the phone. He said, leave it, he'll go back to court, because you used to go to court and the magistrate, you'd get a chance of bail. And then you'd have another 7 days later, you went back again, you got a second chance of bail. So he went back the second time and he got out. So yeah, true story, another one.